do electrical contracting, we do building automation, historical buildings, and service work for commercial and industrial facilities. I started in this business as a truck driver, so I worked for a third-generation electrical contractor driving a truck for $4 an hour. And about 7 years later, I had worked my way through that entire business, and I was his vice president of admin at the age of 26. So unfortunately, being a gullible 26-year-old, I had loaned my life savings to my employer, and unbeknownst to me, he was struggling getting the line of credit renewed with our bank. So I had given him a loan to meet payroll of my life savings, and he went out of business 2 weeks later. And so that's actually what launched. I was licensed and ready to go, but prematurely I was now out of a job and broke. So a friend of mine that was in the industry, I went to him, and that night that the business went out of business, he loaned me my seed money to get going, and about a month and a half later I paid him back. It's named after our daughter Jennifer, so she was a little 2.5-year-old when we were figuring out what to do. And actually, her little brother got the better reaction. He's 8 years younger, and he came to me when he was about 5 and said, "Dad, I want to be the president of Genco." And I said, "Really, why?" And he says, "Because I want to rename it." The scale and size of jobs and the quantity of jobs has certainly changed over the years. So, we may have started out doing small tenant improvement work and small school additions and so on, but now we've done hundreds of schools in the state of Arizona. We've done large facilities, large semiconductor plants, things like that. I have a passion for helping people pull themselves out of the culture of why they work. I also teach time management. I actually call it commitment management. So I put that on for, I've studied that my whole career. So I put that on for vendors and customers and, of course, colleagues. They have to save money like no one's ever done. Pensions are history, and now we have defined contribution plans, and a lot of young people don't know the difference between a contribution plan and a benefit plan. I believe we're in a global marketplace, which means you've got to be at the top of your game at every part of your business to compete. And so having sources of knowledge, for one, which CFMA is a source of knowledge. There's a whole group of people that are trying to figure out what they do and to do it better. So having that accelerated learning as opposed to learning it on your own or trial and error, I don't think you can afford that in today's marketplace. And CFMA puts on different workshops for their members, so it's not just a social membership, it's actually an educational membership, and so we get a lot of value at Genco. I use our accounting department as a tool to see how effectively we run our business.